were dicey for a bit there. Gotta say, I'm relieved that no harm befell anyone in Abyss. I've made sure that the elderly and children are hidden in their homes. They need to stay safe. Comes naturally to me. When I say jump, my rogues jump. That's why they call me boss. So that's the deal. People are safe for now. But I can't shake the feeling that something's just off. All we can do at this point is focus on the problem staring us in the face.
Yeah, the traitor. I want to figure out who it is.
We've got to get Alfie back. I was abducted once, when I was younger. My captor used me as a test subject in her twisted experiments.
Oh, did you happen to know Lysithea?
Maybe we can just give them the chalice and they'll release him unharmed.
Lysithea was also experimented on. Dude, I miss Lysithea. I miss so many of the other characters.
We really lucked out there. Fewer injuries than I would have expected, and most were minor. I suppose the only conclusion we can draw is that they really were after Elfric all this time.
Perhaps they were instructed to avoid unnecessary casualties.
Is that Elfric guy really a cardinal? Are the secret cardinals really a thing? I thought that was a myth.
Hard to believe. Did you folks in the Ashen Wolves know that?
No, that's news to me. The identity of the Cardinals is top secret, even within the church. He never would have told us something like that. Oh, except maybe Yuri.
He and I talk about a lot of things. But right now, I'd say we have more important topics to discuss than his title. Elfric's been kidnapped. What are we going to do about it?
Even if it is in the name of rescuing him, we simply cannot hand over the chalice to those scoundrels.
Let's just give them the thing and be done with it.
Professor, I came as fast as I could when I heard the report. I had no idea you'd be here.
Is this loud, excitable knight a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say friend, no. Just some guy who knew my dad. End of story.
Precisely so. I'm Alois, right-hand man to the former captain of the Knights of Seros, Geralt.
Oh my. That means our professor here is the child of a captain.
Now, about Elfric's kidnapping. Since he's an important member of the church, we must use any means necessary to find him. That said, most of the Holy Knights have been deployed to deal with the Western Church.
Sure, but any knights are better than no knights, yeah?
I like your attitude, though I'm still embarrassed that we're not in full force. But hey, at least we're quite forceful.
Here, take this letter. We believe it was left by whoever kidnapped the Cardinal. In it, the enemy clearly spells out their plan. They're after a chalice that was hidden beneath Abyss.
A chalice? Chalice? Ah, do you mean the chalice? But no, why would it be there? I've never heard anything about it being stowed away in Abyss.
Then this is gonna come as a shock, pal.
What in the goddess's name? Is that really the chalice from the legends?
The probability of that is unassailably high, yes.
It was guarded by a bunch of giant creepy toys. There was powerful magic protecting it and everything.
You know why the chalice was so hidden? No one was able to finish that map because of the RNG and those annoying golems. So that's why the chalice was so hidden. But luckily, some people eventually figured it out, and that's why the chalice was found. Yeah, believe us?
If you say so. Wow. That means the story about the chalice being bound was true. Well, what's done is done. Oh, but I guess it's not done just yet. I must report this to Lady Rhea at once.
Chapter 5.
Cindered shadows. Betrayal.
Oh, well, we know what this chapter's about. We already knew it was coming, but still. I guess that confirms it.
So that is what transpired. This is indeed the Chalice of Beginnings. It matches the descriptions and the few records of it that remain.
Don't beat around the bush. What's our punishment?
You removed a most sacred treasure. Truly, it is my obligation to mete out punishment for that transgression. However,
We don't want to get punished by someone like Rhea. Remember that time in Three Houses when she, like, indirectly threatened any student who turned their blades on the church? We don't want to feel Rhea's wrath.
you also helped the church locate a valuable artifact. In light of this good deed, I shall forgive the bad one.
Never mind, we're okay.
I do wonder. I am wondering whether your presence had anything to do with the artifact's unbinding, Professor. As per the Church Chronicles, the four apostles secured the chalice with powerful magic. The only way to release the chalice is by using the four crests passed down through their bloodlines. However, given the special power you possess, perhaps you were able to unlock it yourself.
Pretty much the power of a JRPG protagonist.
There is no knowing at present. For the time being, I will keep the chalice somewhere safe.
No, don't do it. I don't trust Rhea to keep the chalice safe. I don't think she'll do it.
As for Elfric, I assure you that the knights will find and return him in due time. I consider him to be one of my many children, after all. I will not allow harm to befall him.
Lady Rhea, might I ask a moment of your time? We cannot be expected to give up our endeavor. The enemy stated most clearly that if the knights are involved, our dear Elfric is finished. We owe him so much. If there is any possibility that his life is in danger, the risk is too great to chance.
True. The knights are strong and all, but they're liable to get him killed. We can take care of it, with Chatterbox's help.
Our professor has the strength of 100 knights. Or about 1.5 of me. We've got this. How about it, Rhea?
1.5 of me.
We've been through too damned much to get here. Leave the chalice and Elfric to us. You won't regret it.
Lady Rhea, please.
I'm actually just thinking to myself, Balthus really is like if Raphael was a good character. Because Balthus really is Raphael, but without the constant reminder of food and all that. Which makes him a better character. He really is like Raphael, but better. In every single way.
If you consent to join your power with theirs, yes, perhaps there is hope. As you wish, I shall entrust you with the chalice.
Oh, thank goodness.
Your Grace, the chalice is a legendary treasure. You can't just hand it over to those underground...
That is quite enough. There is no cause to worry, I assure you. There will be no further discussion on the matter. Even if we lost hold of the chalice, it would be impossible for the thieves to make use of it. Though it was created to return a life that was lost, I doubt that anyone alive knows how to accomplish that feat. If someone were to successfully replicate the ritual, it would perhaps be the work of fate.
Hey, boss. Been meaning to ask. How'd you end up down here in Abyss?
What is this? Some sort of interrogation?
More like just getting to know everyone and their backstories.
Yeah, you've never been big on sharing. I mean, you know all about me, and there's still so much I don't know about you.
I would like to learn more about Yuri too. I was just about to say, we learned about Constance and a little bit about Happy, but not much about Yuri.
Look, I get it. Talking about the past isn't easy. But I'm curious, yeah? So get to it. I've got all day.
Do you now? Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to tell you. I'm here because I killed some people from the church.
Oh, that's dark.
That cannot be!
Do you have a grudge against them or something?
Of course I don't. What kind of person do you think I am? Someone who'd willingly kill others?
I don't know. It sounds like that to me.
Originally, I attended the academy as Count Ro's adopted kid. There came a point when the church ordered me to wipe out some members from my old gang. Told me it was part of some important mission.
Who is this old gang you speak of?
They were nothing more than common thieves to someone like you, Constance. Anyway, they're like family to me. So naturally, I protested my orders. Things got pretty heated and, well, the rest is history.
That's some story, pal. You're damn lucky they didn't execute you.
You're telling me. Elfric stepped in and implored them to spare my life. Told them to consider the circumstances. It's not so different for the rest of you. I'm sure he helped all of us out in different ways.
He did. I was about to be thrown in the monastery's underground jail. People thought I was dangerous, what with my gift and all. It's dark and dingy here, but it sure beats a prison cell. Elfie really saved my neck.
Back to the point. Balthus, what was it you were so curious about? You had ideas regarding why our enemies may be clawing after the chalice, perhaps?
No, nothing like that. But I am hung up on something Rhea said. That binding on the chalice was linked to the 4 apostles, yeah? I know I've got Chevalier's...
Sorry, but mind if I cut in?
4 apostles, 4 ashen wolves. I'm just laying out the possibilities.
What is it? Can't you see we're busy?
I can, but I just remembered something. Something important. Specifically, the names of the apostles. Oban, Chevalier, Noah, and Timotheus. The 4 apostles whose bloodlines were lost to time. I figured the Ashen Wolves might have thoughts about all that.
No use hiding it now, Constance. Let's lay all of our cards on the table. As for me, I've got the major crest of Chevalier. When I enrolled at the academy, the church ordered me to keep that tidbit to myself. So I did.
And I've got the major crest of Oban. Never did sort out how it is I have this thing.
As for me, the blood of Saint Noah courses through my veins. This is kept hidden, even from the Empire.
Which probably means mine's from Timotheus. I do have a vague recollection of being told my crest is rare.
4 ashen wolves, 4 apostles. It all makes sense.
So the 4 crests, which were presumed lost, have all been gathered into the same house.
All thanks to our buddy Elfric, it would seem. And now Elfric has been abducted. Why could that be? If it was the chalice they were after, they could have stolen it from us without the need for anything sly.
Maybe someone had it out for him. Or maybe he messed around with the wrong people.
Or it could just be unrelated entirely. We're trying to untangle this mess by tying more knots into it. I mean, Balthus, you landed here on accident, didn't you? It's not like that's linked to the rest of us. And I could just as easily have never ended up down here, you know? You're jumping at shadows. Anyway, we don't have time for this. Let's get our act together and head to the chapel ruins.
Boop. Dude, I'm looking forward to it. How it all comes together.
Professor,
Oh, we get to explore again. That makes sense, actually.
we go to all that trouble bringing Lady Rhea a priceless artifact, and not so much as a thank you?
I agree. We should demand for a thank you.
We had to release the binding and everything! Well, I mean, it kind of released on its own, but still! Let's wrap this up and head home, so I can get some quality sauna time. Hilda needs a steaming.
The way Hilda said, like, those lines. My goodness.
4 apostles. Finally, it makes sense. You don't even know what I was going to say. Nobody likes a faker.
Whoa, whoa, I kind of had a feeling. I had a feeling she was gonna say something about,
4 apostles.
Oh no, I can't say it again. I thought she was just gonna say something about her and them being the apostles.
Ah, my head's gonna explode if I keep thinking about all this complicated junk. For now, we just need to focus on rescuing Elfric and sniffing out some answers. I know it's been one crisis after another, but you're still game to help us, yeah? We need you, pal.
Oh yeah, I'm down to help. It's not like I have a whole other plot of 3 houses that this game supposedly takes place during to sort out. I'm totally free.
Is Elfric an enemy or an ally? He's worked tirelessly to protect Abyss for years and years.
By the way, speaking of that matter, I do have something to say about the plot. I'm not going to talk about the plot now. I'll save it for the credits. But I do have something to say as to what would have made it, I guess, I don't know about making the plot better, but timeline-wise. But I am going to save that for the credits. I do have a thing that I think would have worked.
Yet, had House Nouvelle not met such a terrible fate, I would never have come to Garrick Mach, and Noah's bloodline would never... Can his kidnapping really be a simple coincidence? Or...
Things are never coincidences in this game.
I suppose it's all out in the open. Now you know just what I'm capable of. The church would have destroyed me ages ago if it wasn't for a certain someone having my back. My life was spared. It's a debt I intend to pay, no matter the cost.
Professor?
What's up?
Huh. I can't believe my wild hypothesis was correct. I may not look it, but I'm shocked.
I find it hard to believe that that was just a hypothesis.
It's like casting a line and thinking you've landed the big one, but then you reel it in and it's Sedith.
Good one. Oh, Sedith likes fishing. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, that was a weird analogy. The point is, I'm very, very shocked.
Kinda was weird, but it was a nice throwback to Sedith.
What?
It reminded me that Sedith likes to fish.
To be honest, I'm surprised Lady Rhea was so willing to just hand over the chalice like that.
Yeah, same.
Doesn't the church consider it important? I know she said they wouldn't be able to use it, but something doesn't feel right.
I mean, in this RPG world, nothing feels right. Oh, battalions. I haven't replenished them. I don't have enough gold. Come on, game.
Farewell.
I gotta sell some stuff.
So it is.
Because I am broke.
Welcome.
I just need to sell, like, one thing.
Will this one
Honestly, I'm gonna sell this mini bow.
Thanks. Come back soon.
I replenished them with 400
What
gold.
do you require?
And I need 500 to replenish
Farewell.
everything. I think I used all my bullions, too.
Will this
Get rid of
one
this
do?
vulnerary.
Many thanks.
I have connections for that.
Come back soon. What do you require?
Exact amount. There, now I have 0 gold. I'm literally broke. Which I'm all cool for.
Those lost crests. They must all have their own relics, don't you think?
But before we dig into a new mystery, we better figure out the ones we're already working on. I have a theory, but actually scratch that. No use guessing when our answers await at the chapel ruins.
Really? The descendants of the 4 apostles. Fascinating to think that their bloodlines carried on in secret. Right under our noses. One was even disguised as imperial nobility. House Nouvelle was thought to be descended from St. Macula, but that was a fabrication. How did they manage to avoid detection for so many generations?
Got me. Oh, here's Dimitri.
The lost crests? Elfric's objective? Since our journey's outset, the mystery has only deepened. Please, forgive me. Using a loud isn't going to get us anywhere. For now, let's finish our preparations. I fear a battle is imminent.
Who else did I not talk to? Oh, is that everyone? Wow. I always forget that this is not as big as the monastery, and we talk to everyone so quickly. Alright, well, I don't really have much money, so, like, we should just move on. We're all set?
Hey, friend.
That's weird.
Let's not deny that there's a connection between us. How about you and me have ourselves a little date, huh?
When I said that's weird, the way he just said, hey, friend, like, listen to this.
Hey, friend.
Just the way he says that, that's suspicious. Smiling with your mouth but not your eyes. Yeah, sure.
It only happens when I'm being a little greedy.
Yeah, again, that portrait is suspicious as well. That's like the most evil looking face you can ever see.
When the bell strikes midnight, meet me out front at the Holy Mausoleum. My only condition is that you arrive promptly after midnight, and not a moment before. What say you?
Why so late?
It's the most romantic time of the evening, of course. Or is the idea of a date with me not appealing to you?
I'm a little creeped out.
Nobles have nearly killed one another fighting for my affections, you know.
TMI.
Perhaps you won't get all you want out of me. But I'll promise you a fun time regardless.
Okay, I'm a little scared. I'm just gonna like back out to the door behind me, assuming there's a door behind me. I'm gonna head off to bed. Yeah, this is a little weird.
It's settled. I'll see you tomorrow night, friend. Don't stand me up.
Standing him up is what I was gonna do. How did he know?